Yo, Stephanie White, you don't get no excuses. This is championship or bust. I'm fully convinced that this team, with a healthy Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston, should be the best team in the league. Now, I disagree with some of the roster construction surrounding them, but I don't care. When you have we have three players that are ranked or in most people's eyes are top two in their positions. You don't get no excuse. I think Caitlin Clark is the best point guard in the league, so that's one. I think Kelsey Mitchell this year is the best two guard in the league. So that's one. I don't want to hear Paige Beckers. I don't want to hear Jackie Young. I don't want to hear Kelsey Plum. I think Kelsey Mitchell is the best shooting guard in the league this year, 2026. Aaliyah Boston. I think she's the best center in the league. If you are putting Asia Wilson at the 4. If you put Asia Wilson at the 5, then Aaliyah Boston, you're the second best center. Who cares how you put it? They have three players that are top 2 in their position. Stephanie White, you do not get an excuse. This is championship or bust. And the way we've seen this team play the last couple games, we know it's there. Stephanie White, you have to get out the way. You have to get out the way. There's no more excuses. I'm Jay Williams. This is the Sports Collective. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate it. Stephanie White, you have to let this team run and gun. It's as simple as that. You don't have the personnel for the top 3 defense. You don't. You don't have the personnel for that. What you do have personnel is a top number 1 offense, which I believe y'all are. You have to put the ball in your point guard's hands. You have to put the ball in your point guard's hands. Caitlin Clark's greatest strength isn't her shooting. It's her mind. She manipulates defenses. She picks, she moves pace. She sees the plays before it happens. All right, she sees the plays. Her assist, she don't just get assists. She creates scoring opportunities. Watch this. She creates scoring opportunities. Listen to this. So Caitlin Clark, it's 21 seconds on the shot clock. Connecticut Sun just scored. Caitlin Clark is pushing the pace off a made basket. Caitlin Clark already knows where she's going with the ball. She already knows. Look at her head. She's looking at Aaliyah. Aaliyah, she knows Aaliyah's going to have a one-on-one opportunity in the paint. That's why she sprints to the other side of the floor to create the passing angle. It's simple, but it's actually very difficult. She just makes it look simple.
Exactly her shot.
Look at this. Before the defender can even turn around, the ball is out of hands.
3 for 3 from outside. Not exactly her shot.
Boom. Before the defender can even know what's going on, before Aaliyah Boston even fully turns around, the ball is halfway there. It's like a quarterback in the NFL. You throw the ball before they get out the break. This is the greatness of Caitlin Clark. You have to put the ball in her hands. And when you combine this with Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, who is stopping them? Who is stopping them?
Down to Boston.
Stephanie White. What I will give you credit for, in the Connecticut game, you ran good off-ball plays with Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. It wasn't just throw it to the side and go one-on-one. It wasn't just throw it it was actual motion offense, cutting, screens, pin downs. I will give you credit for that. We've seen good off-ball offense in the Connecticut game for a little bit, right? For a little bit. It wasn't the whole game, but I will give you credit where you deserve credit. This is good off-ball action.
To make sure that they are on all points on both sides.
Boston over to her fellow All-Star, and
That's a good off-ball
gets the
action.
scoring started for Indiana.
An area 3-point look.
This is the same exact play. Caitlin Clark just hit the 3. They come back down the court. This is the same exact play, but you get a different option. I'll give you credit for this. This is good off-ball action. Now Kelsey Mitchell finna get hers. The fastest point guard, not point guard, the fastest scoring shooting guard in the league. Kelsey Mitchell, now she finna get hers. And who gonna throw her the ball? Aaliyah Boston, because Aaliyah Boston can pass. This is good off-ball action.
Nice shot by the Fever, and that's set out of the gates.
Let's see, Caitlin Clark already has one, and we talked about.
That's good. That's a good ball. I will give you credit for that, Stephanie White. But you have to keep the same energy going into the second half of the season. This goes into the style of offense that you have to play. I think the last couple games, maybe 3 games before the All-Star break, we seen Caitlin Clark coming into form, and we seen Kelsey Mitchell actually playing off of Caitlin Clark like they supposed to, like they did in the second half of the 2024 season. Right? Watch this. Off a made basket, you go see something we haven't seen that much of this year is they gonna push the pace. You keep teams off balance when you do this. You keep teams off balance.
Beautiful back
Made
cuts
basket.
by Rivers.
Watch
and
this.
a nice find by Ledger Walker. That's the thing about these Sun.
Look at this. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Alpha made basket.
And a nice find by Ledger
Give it to
Walker.
her. Everybody's
That's the thing
running.
about these Sun.
Easy.
As Boston.
Easy. Push the pace. And this it's a close game now, but when you play like this, eventually teams get tired. As you see, Indiana in this game end up blowing the Connecticut Sun out. I know it's Connecticut Sun. I know they're not that good, but it's the style of play that's important. It's the style of play that's important.
Found some space.
They did what they were supposed to this team. You blow them out. You don't play with them. Now watch this play right here. This goes into the gravity of Caitlin Clark. This goes into her manipulating defenses. Watch this.
Are firing on all cylinders.
Caitlin Clark gets the dribble handoff. Look at this.
The hand.
She's going to draw 3 defenders. Number 1, left Aaliyah Boston to go over to double team, triple team Caitlin Clark. That's why you put the ball in her hands, because she manipulates defense. And she going to pass the ball. She's not selfish.
And off to Clark. Looking
That's
to get it back.
That's a very difficult pass between 3 defenders.
Firing on
Look
all
at the gravity
cylinders.
she draws.
Boston, the handoff to
And she sees it like a quarterback. You throw her open. You create scoring opportunities.
Clark. Looking to get it back to her, and she does. Cannon and the foul.
This is just good. This is just good ball right here. Good ball.
So her game has been how relentless she is.
One-on-one. She can take you off
attacking the
one-on-one.
First three-pointer for the Suns tonight.
That's
Caitlin
easy
Clark
work.
showing
Easy
off
work.
the hand.
It's easy
That
work.
second.
Look, this is the type of chemistry we want to see between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, between Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. We want to see this type of chemistry. Aaliyah Boston is a very high IQ basketball player. But if you're not playing a certain way the whole season, if you're going back and forth, it's hard to catch that rhythm. It's hard to get that that communication and that gelling with your teammate. Watch this. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark are on the same page the whole time.
Quarter. She has
Caitlin Clark sees what Aaliyah Boston. She has a small defender on her.
been fancy.
They switch. Right now, Aaliyah Boston's putting her hand up. Aaliyah Boston is sealing her defender. There's nobody in the paint to stop Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark sees what's going on.
Fantastic for the Suns.
Aaliyah Boston just switched her hips, got better positioning, continue to seal her defender off. It's an easy two.
Clark tonight. Boston.
That's an
led
easy
by
two.
Clark.
Easy two. Stephanie White is the biggest question mark for this team. She just is. She is. There's no way you should have Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell on the same team and not be number 1, number 2 in the league. But we'll grant you this. I'll grant you this. Who cares? As long as we get in the top 4 seeding in the playoffs, if you allow this team to play the way they need to play, they should be in the championship, or they should have a good opportunity to be in the championship and to win it. Stephanie White, you are the biggest question mark. Let this team play how they need to play. Look at this. Entering the second half, ESPN Analytics has the lead chasing the highest scoring team in Indiana and the reigning champs Las Vegas, giving those 2 the best chances to win a title this season. Indiana Fever has the best offense. Indiana Fever has the best offense. And you're gonna have the best offense just off GP when you have Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark. But they need to play their type of ball. They need to play up-paced, fast, tempo offense. They just need to. They need to. I expect this team, coming off how they played before the All-Star break, if Stephanie White can continue to build and grow on that type of offense, I expect this team to get to the finals. I expect this team to have a really good opportunity to win the finals. That is just my opinion based off what I have seen the last couple weeks. All right? The second half, It's going to be a lot harder than the first half. We got as far as the teams we play. I don't know how we match up against the Minnesota Lynx just yet when the Feast of Collier coming back. I think our hardest matchup is teams like the Valkyries that's young and athletic. I'm not worried about the Aces because they have Asa Wilson, but they're old and slow. I don't think we're gonna have problems with teams like that. I think the young, athletic, like fiery teams are the teams that gonna give us problems, especially if they have good coaches. Because I don't think Stephen White is the best coach. All right, we go against the Cheryl Reeves and the coach for the Valkyries, I forget her name, but good coaches with young athletic talent. I think they're gonna give us some issues. But like I say, if we play our type of ball, I believe the Indiana Fever can win the championship this year. If they play our type of ball, Caitlin Clark leading the head of the snake, Kelsey Mitchell doing her thing. Like I said, I think Kelsey Mitchell is the best shooting guard in the league this year. Let me know what you think. I'm Jay Williams. This is the Sports Collective. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate it. Peace.